Welcome to the Northwest Iowa Sports Podcast. I'm your host, Eric Hangay. To the left of me, we have Riley Viss. To the right of me, we have Blake Parks. And it is the night before the state tournament, and all through the state, no creature was whispering, not even Isa. So,
He's an animal.
right now we're going to do some bracketology, starting with the smallest class, Class 1A. And let's kick things off on Monday morning, March 4 at 9:30 a.m. We have Grandview Christian, the number 1 seed, taking on the 8 seed, St. Albert Council Bluffs. So let's preview this one. In my opinion, we have Grandview Christian, a team that's taken on actually pretty tough competition with only one loss to Iowa City West. Their best game of the year was against Sioux City West, and they beat them by 15, so this is definitely a scary team.
Their only loss came to a 4A, one of the best schools in 4A. They have a, D1 prospect, Easy. Yeah, he's going to Patrick McCaffrey. He's going to Iowa to play for his father. They also have another stud there that transferred this year, last year. They are a very tough team, and I can see why they lost.
What? Yeah, Iowa City West is the 4th seed at state for 4A, and so that's Grandview's only loss.
Grandview is supposed to. Have you discussed the matchup? They're playing St. Albert Council Bluffs, who is 12-13, coming into the tournament has the worst record out of every single team in this entire state week.
Though, if we're being fair, they played nothing but like 3A, 4A.
It was literally all 3A and 4A. So.
And they took down Washington. It was like a top 5 team in 1A.
Yeah, yep. I think they beat Prince of Peace.
No,
They beat Ankeny Christian by 2.
Oh, alright.
That's Class 1A.
Yeah. What was Ankeny Christian? What's their
They're
record?
they're 23-1. They're number 3.
They beat the 3 team in the state. So they have number 2 team out, number 3 team out, and the number 4 team out. So honestly, for this matchup, I definitely don't think St. Albert's will lie down, but I have Grandview by, I'm going to go 15.
Spread is 27 for Grandview. We'll just put it out there that.
Yeah, I'm probably St. Albert. But like,
No,
I'll take
I'm taking
Grandview.
yeah, but
by-
I'm just saying what the spread
Yeah,
is.
give me 15. So, Blake, any input on that game?
Yeah, I'm gonna have to go. I'm gonna go Grandview, just because they're an all quarters team. They don't just score a little bit here, a little bit there, more in one half. They score a little more in the second quarter, but all around they put a lot of points up in all quarters, and their difference per game, their average difference is 29.3 points for every game.
29.3 win? Is that their win difference?
Yeah.
Crazy.
And then, St. Albert's, they don't score as much. Their field goal percentage is not quite as good. 3-point percentage.
They're also
But
playing.
they're also
yeah.
playing other schools or other teams in better classes. But I'm still gonna go Grandview.
St. Albert is the 16th best team in 1A. Grandview is obviously number 1, dominating all season long.
So, after that, we have a Monday morning at 11:15 a.m. game.
I'm just showing you the score,
Okay.
so we can announce it at the same time.
So, we have the 4 seed Montezuma at 21-1 versus the 5 seed Bishop Garrigan. I'll go at 19-6.
We also have one player out of Montezuma coming on the podcast this week. We're looking at a Monday appearance from him, so stay tuned Monday night, Tuesday afternoon for that podcast to show up on YouTube.
So, spread for this game is a 6-point win for Montezuma. And this one's kind of tough one.
Montezuma is ranked 18th. Bishop Garrigan is 7th. I've talked to a lot of people about Bishop Garrigan, and they're actually really good. From who I've talked to. Looking at Montezuma's schedule too, they've only played 2 2A teams, and it was the same team. Colfax and Mingo, one of the worst team. That is the worst team in 1A. and they destroyed them, obviously, but they're the worst team in 2A, so they have an easy schedule for the most part. What are you guys taking on this game? I'm taking Bishop Garrigan.
I think the fight is really going to come out of Bishop Garrigan and Montezuma. I think their worst game was like a 20-point win. No, 26-point win. And they really haven't been pushed to any sort of brink at all. So I think this one will be close. It'll definitely be a close game, but I think Bishop Garrigan they have been in the close games before. So
Bishop Garrigan, can finish?
I'm going to pick Bishop Garrigan.
Bishop Garrigan has played a lot of 2A and one 3A team. Algona, they lost that game at 8, but that's a rivalry. That's an in-town rivalry. I'm taking Bishop yet, and I'm having them go up against Grandview. Blake?
I am also going to take Bishop Garrigan just because I'm looking at both teams' stats and not really points per game because don't really matter, but they're averaging almost 10 more points per game than their field goal. Garrigan is averaging over 50%. They're basically averaging 52%, while Montezuma averages 47. 3-point is about the same. Then rebounds, Garrigan's averaging 3 more rebounds, and then that's basically it for stats because Montezuma averages 5% more better than what Garrigan does. But I'm gonna take Bishop Garrigan, and not really a blowout, but I don't think it's gonna be a close game due to having the foul at the end of the game.
So,
But good luck to the player that is coming on the podcast from Montezuma. We hope for the best of you, and we will see you after the game for sure.
best luck to everyone in this tournament. We don't pick you. That's just what we think.
It's our thoughts.
It's our thoughts. You guys have to play the game, so go out there and play it.
Prove us wrong.
So, the next game, this is at 2:45 tomorrow, and it is Sioux Central, Sioux Rapids. That is their first,
Ever state tournament.
first appearance in the state tournament.
Congratulations.
They will be playing Alburnett.
Sioux Central is ranked 6th. Alburnett is ranked 23rd. Sioux Central has an 8-point advantage. I already have Sioux Central moving on to the next round just because they are the better team, in my opinion. And I feel like first playoff appearance, they're going to come out playing.
Exactly. I remember when I was in kindergarten when George Lorock made their first appearance at state, and you make your first appearance at state, you're coming out firing at all cylinders because you are a part of their history because you're number one, obviously, and the fans are ecstatic because like this is something new for them.
Exactly.
And they're gonna come out firing. I guarantee it. I'll take Sioux Central.
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and take Sioux Central as well, just because I'm not gonna look at stats, just because it's basically even out. But I'm looking at the key wins. 3 of them are against the same team, and that team was in the top 10 of 1A. And it's hard to beat a team 3 times, but yeah.
Boyne Hall did it.
I guess it depends on the team, but Newell Fonda is not that bad of a team.
Yeah.
And then they also beat a number 12 team that was in the playoffs, but yeah, they're 22-3, and they look like they could have had a chance to come to state, but they unfortunately did not. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and take Sioux Central, but I think they're gonna come out a little bit shaky, but figure things out, and then I think they'll come out top, but it's not gonna be a blowout. It's gonna be somewhat of a close game, but due to having to foul, that I would think Sioux Central will start to pull away that way.
So we all got Sioux Central in that matchup.
So, moving on from that one, we have the number 3 seed Prince of Peace Clinton taking on our boys St. Mary's Remsen.
Let's go. Remsen, they have a pretty tough schedule actually. They finished 4th in their conference due to a pretty tough conference. You look at the War Eagle, the teams that finished in front of them was West Sioux, could have gone to state, could have won state. South O'Brien could have gone to state, could have won state. Unity, they're a tough team. I don't think they quite got the pieces to win state, but their girls will beat you. I think Prince of Peace is actually overrated. It's a 6-point spread. Prince of Peace is supposed to win. They're also the 3 seed. Prince of Peace is ranked 5th. I almost said 15th. St. Mary's is 14th, and Aaron's gonna see this. I'm taking Remsen just because they're my boys, and I did not like Prince of Peace last year when they were top 5 all season. I didn't like them this year when they were top 5 all season. They're just not the team to win. And if they do win, Sioux Central's going to dominate them.
This one's tough because we got Prince of Peace. Obviously, they've been dominant against.
They've been good, yeah.
They've been dominant against everyone except Northland. And well,
26-point loss. Good job, Jake.
St. Mary's already took down the number 4 team in 1A. So I can see St. Mary's winning this, but I'm gonna take St. Mary's because these are my boys, and I know they'll come through.
I'm gonna have to go ahead and choose St. Mary's. Just
Jeez, first round it's all even.
I know, but I'm looking at the key wins for. Wait, that's Prince. Oh, I'm looking at the wrong team a second. Hold up.
Prince of Peace's only key win is against Easton Valley in the playoffs, and they won by 11. And Easton Valley's number 8. They lost to them twice, they beat them the first time, lost them on the second time. That's their only key win. Their other next best team that they played was Northland. They got destroyed by 30. Not a good resume coming to.
No.
I mean, they played a 22 ranked team, but and a 20th, but like they only beat them by 3 and lost by 1. What a terrible. Not saying Prince of Peace is gonna lose. I think we actually have a Prince of Peace player coming on the podcast. If I remember correctly. I don't think so. No, he ignored my message. Good. You're gonna lose anyways, bro. Go Remsen. We'll be in that crowd. Them old ladies loved us, bro.
We are definitely one with the old ladies at St. Mary's.
I think they wanted to date with us, don't you think?
No, I don't think it's like that.
Let's move on to round 2. These games will be played Wednesday afternoon at 2 o'clock and 3:45. Grandview Christian versus Bishop Garrigan. 1 versus 5, ranked 1st versus ranked 7th. This is the 2 best teams, and then Sioux Central. St. Mary's, I'm sorry, I don't think they're quite. They can easily prove us wrong like Rock Valley. We kind of Rock Valley out all season long.
Mm-hmm.
I'm thinking. Let's go to the bottom matchup. This one's St. Mary's, eh?
I'm picking St. Mary's. I'm going with my boys. I know Blaine will come through for us.
I was actually talking to some people online, and they actually said St. Mary's is better than Sioux Central, and they are from the middle of Iowa, so, and they said that they have seen both teams play. They said St. Mary's is a better team.
I think St. Mary's is the dark horse in this, actually.
They really are. I mean, they're only going to win if they can hit their threes.
Mm-hmm.
If they can't hit their threes, they're done first round. Prince of Peace is a good team, just point out with beat.
The thing is, when you're shooting, especially at Wells Fargo Arena, with my experience at Wells Fargo Arena, it's really tough to shoot there because like at every high school gym almost ever, you're gonna have backboard right behind backboard, wall. Here you got backboard, the wall is like 200 feet back.
Yeah.
So that's gonna be an issue for the shooters, but this is St. Mary's like what? How many years in a row?
3rd.
This is their 3rd year in a row at state, so they definitely know what to expect. So look for them to rise above that.
They'll be ready. Well, what teams do is they practice at a bigger. Did you guys do that?
No, we practice at Dort, but
At Dort,
still.
what? Boyden Hall practices down there all week.
At Dort?
No, down there. At like at a 4A school down there.
Oh, I
It's
see.
like a half hour away from.
Oh, did you mean on the way to state?
at state. When you guys made it to state, did you guys practice like
Yes.
a couple days before down at state somewhere
Oh,
else?
we didn't practice down at state.
You guys didn't practice at like a 4A gym, 3A gym?
No, we played at Dort from the time we won sub-state until the day before we left for state. And then on our way to Wells Fargo Arena, we stopped at what's that one college?
Vista.
Not Buena Vista. It's like kind of Northwest Iowa, but barely. Oh, I'll think of it later.
Oh well. But where'd you guys practice down there? You guys didn't practice at I suppose you guys only played one game, but did he say where you guys were practicing? No? Alright. Well, whatever. We'll just
I'll
move
think
on.
of it later.
Alright. Blake, St. Mary's or Sioux Central? 2 versus 6. Ranked 6 versus 14.
I mean, I want to go and say St. Mary's, but I just think that Sioux Central, considering it being their first time, they're going to want this more than anything, so I feel like their mentality is going to be, we can't start slow, so they're just going to come out and they're just going to attack, and then they're just going to try and build a big lead and hopefully just pull this one out.
The thing with first timers, either you're going to come out and play hard or you're going to choke. You're going to get nervous and you're going to choke in front of that big of a stadium. Because they've never played there before. That we know of, at least. We don't know if they play at big gyms. But 2 St. Mary's and then 1 Sioux Central. Let's move up to the
Consolation? Almost forgot about that.
we're
Didn't
gonna
you?
do the GVC.
Oh.
We didn't do that one yet.
Oh, I don't mind.
I have Grandview winning. Blake,
Yeah.
I don't really think that's.
sorry
much of a
Bishop,
discussion.
but Grandview is really really good this year. And yeah, they are probably going to win it all. But consolation game: Bishop Garrigan versus Sioux Central.
Also,
who you guys got?
I think I'll take Sioux Central on this one.
Yeah.
I think. I like out of the semifinal teams. There's Grandview, Bishop, Sioux Central, and St. Mary's. I don't think they can take Grandview. They have a shot at taking St. Mary's, but
Bishop does.
yeah. But Sioux Central, they can't take them. Sioux Central.
You don't think so?
No, I don't think so.
It's kind of a coin toss for me. Blake? By the way, I chose Sioux Central.
Well, I don't have Sioux Central in there. I have Bishop Garrigan taking on St. Mary's.
Who you got there, sir?
I mean, some teams are like, I know some teams sometimes they make it here and there's like,
Consolation game, nobody tries.
yeah, nobody
A lot of
tries,
teams don't
nobody
try.
cares. It's just another game. But it's kind of a big game because you're proving like who's the third best team in this class. But I think that St. Mary's was going to take this one, just because they're trying to prove some points that they're actually worth being scared of when teams play them.
Oh, there's topic of discussion. Let's just discuss this for like a minute. Should we take away the consolation game?
And do what?
Just let them get.
No, like for the scheduling, like what else are you gonna do on a Thursday then? I say make it 5A, make it 5 classes,
and then
take away
out,
the consolation game.
I think I like that.
I would like that a lot. Then you really find out who's the best of that class.
Because honestly, the most depressing game to watch is probably the consolation game.
Nobody even does the fans even get into it? Boyne Hall fans, I mean, they clap, but they don't like get into it. Like nobody really cares.
Like,
you're playing for third.
You're not.
You're playing for a trophy that's like 2 inches bigger than the 4th place trophy. Literally. But
yeah, it's kind of a depressing game to watch.
yeah, I'd say take that out and make it a 5 class, because then George and South O'Brien and those type of teams could make it. You know.
So, should we move on to the championship?
Let's do it.
Yeah.
Grandview.
For us two, it's Grandview versus St. Mary's on Friday, and Blake has Grandview versus Sioux Central.
Is this really a question though? By the way, we are watching it on my computer. I don't know if it's my computer or if it's the phone, but if the graphics are bad, we apologize. They will be better at state, we promise. But hopefully it's just my computer.
I'm gonna take state. I'm gonna take Grandview. Yeah.
Is yours clear? Yours is clear, no? Yours is a lot clearer than mine. Mine's horrible.
I feel like it depends on the Wi-Fi you have.
It's my Wi-Fi.
So I'm gonna take Grandview for that one. Not really much discussion.
That spread's gonna be a 15-point spread. Every single game for Grandview is gonna be a 15-plus spread.
Like, I love my boys at St. Mary's, and I really hope you guys win. But
they're all juniors, so if they don't win this year, Grandview's gonna be down next year, unless that one guy has more kids. I mean,
so in the
St. Mary's year is next year. 4-Pete going to state. I think they'll win it next year.
in the heart, I have St. Mary's. In the head, I have Grandview.
Yeah. Blake.
Well, I have Grandview taking on Sioux Central, and I'm
That's
taking.
actually a tough matchup.
Yeah, I'm gonna take Grandview just because it's the first time. It's their first time in their first championship. I feel like they're gonna get all these butterflies, and they're gonna come out and be like. And then they're gonna see how Grandview plays, and they're gonna come out and be like, "Well, I don't think we can do this." So some of them are just gonna think that. Some of them are gonna think, "Oh, we can do this." But
Grandview is so much bigger than
Grandview, they just have. I just feel like I think they just have way more talent.
It's gonna be a dunk fest for Grandview this year in the tournament, and that's gonna be so much fun to watch.
So I don't have to go through North London anymore. There's still a dunk fest then.
That was so fun to watch. Alright, are we moving on to 2A out here?
This is the most exciting class from Northwest Iowa.
Easily. The most exciting class, period.
Yeah.
Every single team is good, except for maybe Des Moines Christian is a little bit down this year. But we have 7 teams that can win it this year. Maybe not.
Alright, so let's start with the 1-8 matchup. Oof, this is brutal. Tuesday morning at 9:30 a.m.
I talked to Jake Hilmer about this game. He said he hates it. He said, I love this bracket, how it's made and everything. All the teams are perfectly lined up, except for when they gotta play, and he was not happy with that.
So we have Northland versus Des Moines Christian. Wait, Grandview? No, this is a different Des Moines Christian, but I bet they recruited. So, I think I would take Northland.
By the way, we have a Grandview player coming on our podcast. He is named from all over YouTube the #1 dunker in the state of Iowa for high
Yeah,
school.
he took my title after I
8.5
graduated.
Bring it on an 8.5 foot hoop, dude. Come to Boyden, I will dunk on you, bro. After you dunk on me 10 times.
So yeah, I think it's pretty easy to say that Northland.
It's 1 versus 22. I have my buddy Jake Hilmer getting a double in that game with assists. Northland.
I just break every Iowa record that there is.
Go check out Jake Hilmer's highlights on all of social media. Go follow him on Instagram. He's super nice dude. So respectable, so easy to talk to. He's got so much class, and he's not cocky. Honestly, one of the best dudes. Him and another dude that we will talk about in a little bit are my 2 favorite out of the people that we're bringing on the podcast. I like everybody else, but these 2, they just like stand out to me and how respectful they are.
So, Blake, you got Northland?
Yeah.
I don't think there's really much.
Stop
to do.
copying us.
So, next matchup is back to Monday on March 4. It's at 8:15 p.m., the last game of the day. And it is Van Meter versus Dyke New Hartford. This is a really good matchup. I like
This is a scary matchup, dude. Oh my goodness. I'm not gonna say they get scared Northland a little bit. The over-under here is Van Meter by 3 points. And if you guys have a chance, if you guys are down at state after that Rock Valley game, after the Boyden Hall, and then the Rock Valley game, and then this game, if you can, stay for this game. I'm serious. We are staying for this entire game, and afterwards, I'm gonna have a beer or 2. But who you guys got in this game? I already know who I got, but who do you guys got?
I am taking Van Meter.
Oh don't know. I'm looking at Van Meter's schedule. They don't got a terribly tough schedule, and their first loss came to Pella Christian by 15 at home. Second loss to number 13 in 1A by 3 in Earlham. On the road though.
That was their worst loss.
They-
It was their worst game.
It was their worst performance. Yes. Oh man, I thought Van Meter was a lot better. Like they're good and everything. I thought they were just like amazing this year. And then we take a
Well,
look.
then if you look at Dyke, they had
Oh my
their
goodness.
first loss came to 56 ranked and won a Hudson.
But you look at their performance. They performed at 59 strength. They're usually averaging an 85 to 90 strength.
Their average is
Their average is
93.
93. But if they're gonna have that kind of performance down in state, they're basically done.
It was also on the road. This is Dyke New Hartford though. That's wrong. I lost. Goodness gracious. But how do you change it that much? They lost by 8 on the road to Hudson. Then they went and played Hudson at home and beat them 61 to 13. They went over. They came home and said, "Hey Hudson, come over. We are gonna beat the living crap out of you guys. Thanks for beating us." I wonder if they had injuries that game. They had to have had injuries or a sickness. There's no way they had a full team in that game.
They probably had their junior high team playing for them.
Give Hudson a couple wins for the season.
I'll take Van Meter in a. Calling it right now. Van Meter and a buzzer beater.
Yeah,
It's gonna be an exciting game.
big win streak here for Dyke New Hartford. Dyke New Hartford's coming in on a 17-game win streak, the second most in 2A, behind undefeated North Lynn. Van Meter's coming in off of a 5-game win streak. Van Meter, I don't know, man.
I mean, Van Meter did get their revenge on Pella Christian by beating them by 2 in that district championship game.
That was a crazy game. Pella Christian
Scratch that was sub-state game.
Pella Christian's number 3 in 2A. I remember. Yeah, this is why I think Van Meter's better. Because of that game right there. Give me Van Meter. In a very close dogfight. This one's coming down to the last minute. When they pass the ball.
It's going to come down to hitting your shots and hitting your free throws.
So I got Van Meter.
Blake, you have Van Meter?
Yeah, I got Van Meter.
Alright, and then
This
what may be the toughest matchup for Rock Valley. I'm saying toughest, even though they played Boynton Hall and stuff, but they know Boynton Hall. They don't know South Hamilton. South Hamilton's coming in as a 2 seed, ranked number 4. Rock Valley's the 7 seed, coming in ranked number 12. The over/under, I believe Rock Valley's supposed to lose by 7.
Yes.
Yes, 7.
Unless they have changed that.
6.85, so we're gonna go with 7. What do you guys got here?
Well, I feel like since South Hamilton does not know Rock Valley, they're gonna think of them as like another team.
Yeah, they're gonna look at all their losses and be like, what the heck?
And then they're gonna end up like they're gonna get a lead. That's almost guaranteed.
Oh, for sure.
South Hamilton's gonna get a lead, and then they're gonna say,
they're gonna win the first half.
and then they're gonna say, yeah, we're definitely winning this one. I
They're
think
gonna slow down the pace. Rock Valley's gonna change that pace and rip them apart.
and I think I'll take Rock Valley in a 3 to 5 point game.
This game's crazy.
On paper, it looks like that South Hamilton should win, but that's also on paper. They don't actually play the game. If you actually go watch Rock Valley actually play a game, like they have their district playoffs, like YouTube doubted Rock Valley the entire district playoffs.
It's okay.
And look at what happened. They come out on top, and yeah, this is why you play games.
This is
But
how we play.
if Rock Valley can hit their 3-point shots, their 3-point percentage is 35.5, and if they can make South Hamilton shoot and miss their threes, because their 3-point percentage is 29.8, and their 3 free throws are basically the same, maybe like 2% off. But Rock Valley they can't let them get their easy 2-point shots or any easy
And they won't. They
layups
won't.
because they're shooting 52.2%. South Hamilton is from the field, and Rock Valley shooting 44. So if Rock Valley can hit their shots and play their tough defense like they have, then Rock Valley should come out on top by maybe by 4 or 6.
I'm looking at South Hamilton's schedule. They play all 2A and 3A. They have one game against a 1A team, and that is Fort Dodge St. Edmund. And their only loss is coming to number 9 Gilbert in 3A by 5 on the road. What am I gonna choose? Oh no, I don't know. I really don't know.
Just pick it.
No,
Pick it.
tomorrow. I will be making this pick at 8:30 tomorrow night.
Hold up.
What was that after the game? Oh, I'm sorry. Eastern time, 7:30. I'll pick it at halftime. I gotta go against Rack.
If you go against my, I won't beat you up. I won't.
I thought you were gonna say you're going against Boyne Hall. Like the private lose. Goodness gracious. This is gonna be a barn burner. It's gonna go down to all 4 of these, all 3 of these games are going to the end. Northland recruits. I'm totally kidding, Jake.
It's a public school. We're good.
Ready? For my boys, I'm taking South Hamilton to lose this game. Got you guys. Alright. Number 1, Northland versus number.
Hold up. We got one more game.
You're right. I forgot about my man.
We
Go ahead.
We got number 3 Boyden Hall versus number 6 Regina, Iowa City. So we got the Hawkeyes. so I think this one is pretty easy. I want to take Boyden Hall on that one.
I talked to Jake Hilmer about this game, and he said Iowa City is a little bit overrated. That's why they come in as the 6th seed. But he said he sees Boyden Hall taking them down because he's seen Iowa City play. I'm taking Boyden Hall to lose by negative amounts. So they're going to win. Don't get at me.
I think it's going to be a 10-point game.
The spread over under
It's 11.
shall be 11. Thank you for
Boyden
covering
Hall
me.
in Boyden Hall's favor.
I got Boyden Hall. Blake?
I will also be taking.
Iowa City Regina.
Yeah, to lose.
Hey!
All right. So now,
Round 2, Wednesday night. These are night games now.
so we have Northland versus Van Meter. This one should actually be really good.
It's gonna be fun to watch.
You wanna head out then, or what?
I might say this is gonna be the state championship. The winner of this might win.
Where are you
I
at?
don't know. Wait, he was writing down Van Meter. Give him crap in the comments for that.
I will take Northland in this
Aaron,
one.
Aaron wants Van Meter.
I think it's going to be a 5-point game. Northland will win by 5.
I think Northland wins by 10, but it's gonna be within 5 the entire game. Northland's just gonna pull away at the end. Blake?
I'm also going to take Northland, but you guys think it's going to be close. If they can play like they have all season, move, pass, and shoot like lights out, then it's going to be like a 15. I'm going to take them by 10 or more. But if they,
Oh my goodness, you gonna spend Meter?
yeah,
You
Yeah,
feeling
I mean,
okay?
if they can play tough defense, if they can shoot their shots, make them,
Last year,
it's going to
Wait,
be.
I think that McDonald's milkshake's really messing with his head.
well, I remember last.
Hey, also, I'm going to add, I got Jake double-double with assists in this game.
Ooh.
I think he might just do that for every game.
Make it.
No, he's going to have triple-double. First
With me
game,
on his team, he'd definitely have a triple double. But it's
he'd
okay.
have,
It's okay.
he'd have a quad double with me. I'd have turnovers.
He would have, what's that even called? A 5 dub.
5 double.
a
5
fiffle.
triple.
A fiffle.
Fiffle. There we go.
So yeah, I remember we played the game after Northland last year in the 1A tournament, and for the first half we went out and we watched them a little bit. We didn't see much of them, but like from what I saw, because we were down on the floor, so it was like live action. So when I was watching, I saw Jake Kilmer. All of a sudden, he was over there. Kid's like Sonic the Hedgehog. But anyways,
Can
yeah,
we just not pick this next game?
we have the Nighthawks.
We'll just
Versus-
we can combine, right? Northland versus the Nighthawks.
Yes.
We'll play football.
I am taking Boynton Hall in this one. Boynton Hall did not care about that last meeting. They are obviously the better team here. I'm taking Boynton Hall. They know how to handle the pressure against Rock Valley.
It's so easy for you two to choose. But
Who are you actually choosing, Blake? Rock Valley?
I'm going with Rock Valley because they've been proven almost
Yeah.
everybody wrong this entire postseason.
Your run ends March
No,
6th at 6
No,
at 8:30.
if they win
No,
this,
don't argue with me. I'm Stephen A. Smith. And this is blasphemous.
I can't choose this
You
game.
have to right now.
I'm gonna take George Little Rock, even though it choked.
Boogie Snaggle. Stop rubbing my leg.
I have the winner of this losing to Northland and the loser of this winning the consolation. Ah, there you go. That's our picks.
Who do you got?
You two just discuss the rest of your brackets. I'll keep thinking.
Boynton Hall versus Northland. I got Northland. Then Meter versus Rock Valley. I got Rock Valley. Blake.
yeah, I got Northland beating Rock Valley, and then I have I don't
Alright,
know,
Aaronson.
Boynton Hall versus Van Meter though.
Aaron's turn. Who you got? Yes!
I'm gonna
What's
say
up, Blake?
I'm gonna take Boynton Hall, and
Yes.
I'm gonna take Boynton Hall in this one in a 1 point game. 1 point game.
Who shoots it?
Who shoots it? Just to put his legacy over his brothers,
Keaton.
I'm gonna take Carter Francis hitting the game
It's
winner.
gonna be Keaton Mosier if that happens.
Dalton Mosier?
Yeah,
Oh,
he's coming back.
Riley Viss?
No, he's missed.
He's coming back?
He's trash. Let's move on to. Oh, by the way, we have a Northland player coming on. We also. That is it for 2A.
1 sec, I need to pick the consolation.
10 meter or Rock Valley, bud?
Rock Valley.
Then why do you even pause for that?
Well, now we know. Alright, so 3A is just gonna be really quick because we don't really care. Because we're just not really
I actually-
know.
No. I know a lot of people. I'm actually very excited for this 3A. We have 3 people from 3 different teams coming on the podcast. One from Norwalk, the 1 seed. One from number 7 Winterset, and number 3 Oskaloosa. We have 3 players coming in.
So the first game is Norwalk versus Ballard on Tuesday. So
I got Norwalk.
I will also take Norwalk.
That's mine, Zach. Leave it alone.
That's it. Just kidding anyone that Zach needs to leave it alone.
Freaking Fortnite kids. If you play Fortnite and you're 25 years old, get a life. If you play all day,
So now we have
or
Clear Lake.
come hang out with my brother.
We have Clear Lake versus West Delaware, Manchester. I'm taking Clear Lake in that one.
Why?
Cause they're dominant.
You taking Manchester? Wait, who are you taking?
Clear Lake.
Oh, I was gonna say.
Who do we got for that one? Everyone else?
I got Clear Lake. I was just confused by who you picked. Thought you were doing some illegal drugs.
Man, this-
Blake?
I also taking Clear Lake.
All right. Sergeant Bluff versus Winterset. Winterset, Easton Darling, my man. He's a junior, and he's an animal. I'm going to take him. Number 7, Winterset.
Hmm.
My boy. Easton, let's go.
I hope he has a triple-double, but I'm taking Sergeant Bluff.
Okay,
in that
go ahead.
one.
I am also gonna have
Go
to take
ahead.
Sergeant Bluff with that
Go
one.
ahead, y'all don't know.
Oh, we do know.
Oh yeah?
And if I don't know, I'm
Number
sorry.
3, Oskaloosa, my man Cole Henry, and his twin tower, Xavier Foster, who is a freak of an animal, who's a junior, 7 foot. He's fun to watch. Not really. I got my man Cole Henry dominating this game with him and Xavier both dominating. Did you just put Sergeant Bluff to win?
I just did put Sergeant
You-
Bluff to win.
Who you got in this game? You really got Marion beating Oskaloosa?
I
Do
think
you
he
actually know
pulled
who
off.
Oskaloosa is, though?
Mhm.
You sure?
Mhm.
Okay.
Because
I can't wait.
I
for
mean,
you to be wrong.
Marion did beat number 5 in 3A.
Okay.
I mean,
Okay.
and then they beat number 11 in 3A.
Gotta go for the Northwest Iowa teams, bro.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm just looking at their schedules.
Okay.
I'm not picking nobody yet. They
Not
lost to number
butthurt.
1 Warwalk, number 4
I'm not
Pella,
butthurt.
lost to number 9,
Pissed.
number 4.
Who you got, Blake? We already got a brackets filled out. Blake's just way behind. Who you got? Oskaloosa?
I am taking Marion.
You guys are idiots. Alright, Norwalk versus Clear Lake. Norwalk is for me.
Norwalk.
Norwalk.
Winterset versus Oskaloosa. Oskaloosa. Who do you guys got in that
I
matchup?
have Sergeant Bluff versus Marion. I'm taking Sergeant Bluff.
Both of them are gonna lose in the
I
first
got
round.
Sergeant Bluff too.
All right. What's your championship?
Oskaloosa versus Norwalk. 2 of them will be on the podcast. Oskaloosa, dude. You guys don't realize how good they really are.
We have Clear Lake, not Clear Lake, sorry. Norwalk versus Sergeant Bluff Luton. I'm taking Sergeant Bluff Luton.
How?
Because Northwest Iowa, bro.
Sergeant Bluff sucks.
Are you kidding me? How do you suck and you're the number 2 seed? Huh?
South Hamilton. Why'd you choose Rock Valley then?
Because they're Northwest Iowa.
Who's number 2 for 1A? Sioux Central. Okay. 4A. North Scott. We don't even know them. They suck. Stop rubbing my leg.
I'm not. What are you talking about?
I'm debating if I made a mistake.
What? What's your mistake? Oskaloosa's gonna win? Are you looking at Oskaloosa? See, you guys realize how good Oskaloosa really is.
I mean, yeah, they lost to these top 3A schools or whatever, but
But they lost to Norwalk.
Okay, they're the number 1 team.
yeah, they're in the
3A.
Yeah. By 12? They're terrible. What are you talking about? Then they beat Norwalk.
Yeah,
Oh my
exactly.
so I'm changing my whole dang thing.
No, I'm not.
Oskaloosa.
Sergeant Bluff Luton, my boys will get it done.
You don't even know anybody from there.
You're right.
They don't even like you.
You love me, bro.
They hate you.
Alright, so now I got a new matchup now. I got Norwalk versus Oskaloosa.
Yeah, dude, that's gonna be
And-
barn burner.
I want to take. Oh, this is a tough one to do.
It is actually.
Alright, just all filling out the rest.
Who you got, Blake?
I got Oskaloosa when
You
they
gotta call him
go.
Oski. It sounds cooler.
Oski?
That's what they call him, Oski.
Oski?
A-O-S-K-Y. Oski.
Okay, let's go Oski.
All right, Waukee versus Darwin Catholic. I got Waukee. It's a pretty easy one.
Yeah, I'm taking Waukee on that one.
Iowa City West, Patrick McCaffrey, and Dubuque Senior. Dubuque's actually really good. We also have one person from Dubuque coming on the podcast. And that's it, question mark. Who you guys got, Iowa City West or Dubuque? I got Iowa City West, Patrick McCaffrey.
I'm taking Iowa City West for that one.
I am also taking Iowa City West.
All right, North Scott versus Ames. Shout out to my cousin Zach who lives in Ames.
Yeah, thanks for letting us
Stay at your place
crash for
Thursday
a
night.
night.
For sure giving you a few beers.
I have some grape juice too if you want some.
Can I have some?
Yeah, you can.
Perfect.
I have like 3 cases of it.
I gotta sober up somehow.
I learned from Kyle Kuzma that it's water between every drink. I personally don't drink, but that's what they say. So,
Aren't you an alcoholic?
no, I'm not.
Oh yeah, that's Blake. You see that beer belly coming in? I'm just kidding.
What about
man.
you?
Dude, it's huge, bro. I'm having a baby.
Right? Ah! Okay. Now we're ready for
getting
the
abusive.
tournament.
We're getting abusive. All right. Who do you guys got in
Why
the
can't
championship
we
game? It's just you
be
guys.
friends?
These? Oh. I'm actually gonna change something. I have Sioux City East versus Iowa City West. Blake,
I am taking.
even though I freaking hate them Hawkeyes. By the way, 30-3 in 2016, Florida Gators dominated you guys in football.
We're talking about basketball.
You guys want to play again? You guys want to play again?
Basketball?
You guys want to play basketball?
Sure.
Okay.
Oh
okay.
no, I don't think you won.
I think we do. We are better than we.
No, I'm talking about Iowa.
Yeah, I was
I
gonna
think
say.
I
we
don't think they
You
won.
guys got a cupcake schedule. You guys play in the Big Ten. It's just like playing in the
No,
freaking
we
legs.
play in the Big Ten. You play in the SEC. But if we're talking football, yeah, sure, that's good. But basketball,
You
really?
want to play some baseball?
No thanks. No thanks.
We won the past 2 games, 44 to
We're not
6.
talking about baseball, though.
No.
We're talking
No.
about basketball.
You don't realize how good SEC baseball is.
But we're talking
I have
basketball.
Iowa City West winning.
Same. So, this was wait, what do you got? Who you got?
Hold on, I'm not finished yet. I'm putting Iowa City West.
So, that was our brackets. Oh, man, we threw that and I don't know which one is mine. We'll figure that out. This is the Northwest Iowa Sports Podcast.
Woo!
Telling you,
Let's go to
state.
state!